Hey TalkLife, hope you guys are good and you're having a good week. I'm here with Kathy today and we are going to be following on a bit from the film that Kathy and Jamie did last week that was around finances and the run up to Christmas and how that can be stressful. We thought it might be nice for the two of us just to have a bit of a chat about what Christmas means for us, what Christmas means for some of you, and some of the more challenging bits. I know that it can feel quite anxious in the run up to the holiday period. It's so busy. The idea of spending time with our families and the pressures of cooking and making Christmas an amazing day can kind of set in. So we wanted to share some of our thoughts around it and also hear some of your feedback and what helps you.
Yeah, in terms of that, just coping with that one day that, unfortunately, I think for quite a lot of us is quite a stressful day. Do you find Christmas stressful?
Not massive. Well, it depends what year it is and whether I'm in the zone or not. I've known Kathy for 10, 15 years, a very long time. We've gone through lots of different Christmases, some of them together, some of them travelling, some of them travelling in completely different places. So we've been for our fair share of Christmases, and yeah, I mean, it really does vary. There's some aspects of Christmas that I absolutely love, and I love the build up and I love all the excitement. And then sometimes Christmas Day, I can just feel a bit exhausted.
Yeah, I think there is now quite a long run up to Christmas. So actually, you can feel quite tired by the time you get there. And by that point, you probably just want to hibernate. You've spent so long decorating a house, buying presents, doing the food shop, going to carol services, nativity plays, pantomimes. There's so many things you can do in the Christmas period that actually, come Christmas Day, I'd be happy just to have a sleep, I think, by that point.
It sounds like you've done a lot more Christmas festivities than I have. Although I do have a Christmas tree this year, so that's an improvement on the last.
Any Christmas parties on the horizon?
A couple maybe. But I've not been so big into Christmas parties this year, but big into the kind of festivity side of things. But thinking of kind of the more challenging sides of it, we asked you guys in the community last week to share some of the things that you found like kind of anxiety inducing about Christmas, and then also how you overcome them and some of the tips and stuff you had. You came back with some amazing ideas, so it would be great for us to kind of go through and share a few and see if they resonate with you and if you find them helpful. I really like this one from Hated Too Much, who says, this Christmas, I'm just going to rejoice in the spirit of Christmas, whatever happens. And they're going to throw themselves into cooking. They say, I'm going to cook like I've never cooked before. Throw yourself at something, but don't exhaust yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's kind of that time where actually you can shut yourself away in the kitchen, whatever you're cooking that day, turkey, nut roast, all the rest of it. Kind of gives you that time away from family and kind of gives you that bit of time where you can close yourself off, de-stress a bit because you're doing something maybe that you love, cooking wise. So yeah, definitely agreeing with that one.
I think you get to an age or you get to a point where you suddenly realise that actually you don't have to do anything specific for Christmas. It can be what you want it to be. And if that means that you want to focus your Christmas this year on learning something new, or you're going to spend the time organising yourself, which is what I keep saying every year, I'm going to really kind of like tidy my flat and get organised, and then I never end up doing it. But that's another point. But, Christmas can be whatever you want it to be, and it doesn't have to all be about family and all be about...
It doesn't have to be about tradition either. I spoke to someone the other day who, instead of having what we would have in the UK, like a classic turkey dinner, they're having steak and chips.
Oh, nice.
And I was kind of like, well, I guess if you like steak and chips, why not use Christmas to be the day that you eat your favourite meal?
Yeah.
Rather than having turkey, which we all know I don't particularly like.
I think the way we cook turkey is what makes it wrong.
Yeah.
I've heard that in the US, you guys often deep fry your turkeys in kind of giant oil cylinders. That kind of sounds a bit strange, but I can imagine might make a turkey taste a lot better. So who knows? Humming bee. Just push yourself and be with your family instead of thinking of our own misery, which we do most of the time. See how happy other people are and how much they're having fun. Just watch, and believe me, it will give you happiness and joy, even if temporary.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I love the giving of presents rather than the receiving. I love watching people open presents and the smiles and the excitement on their faces when they open them. So I'm definitely down with that it's, about the other people that are around you and watching their happiness that day. And I think, especially if you've got little ones around, kind of the joy of Christmas is definitely alive in them. So, yeah.
I think having little ones around definitely helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, we don't have little ones in our house. And so Christmas maybe is a bit different to how it was when we were, as a family, much younger. But it takes a different take now, but it's still an enjoyable day.
I think that's a nice way to look at it as well from Humming Bee, that we can get so caught up in our own thoughts, and a lot of the year, it can be very stressful, and actually taking a little bit of time to step outside of yourself and to focus on somebody else can be really actually helpful for you. It can actually make you feel better.
Yeah.
It takes you away from everything, and it gets your head out of a cycle of kind of thinking. So I know a few people who've spent their Christmases volunteering for charities and helping the homeless and things, and actually those kind of things can be really nice to do something a bit different. So we've also got Ram Ryan on here. You shouldn't wait for Christmas. Every day is special, so it's not the days that make it special, but we make the day special.
Yeah, I feel like that quite a lot of holidays, isn't it? We always use them to focus on, telling our loved ones that we love them and spending time with our family. But actually, why do we have to have that specific day? Why? We could do it more regularly. Reach out to the people that we love and our friends and our family.
Are you suggesting Christmas every day?
I do wish it could be Christmas every day. No, just like we shouldn't have to wait for those holidays to celebrate together.
Yeah. And I think there's something about Christmas gets so hyped, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It becomes this like massive day, and you have to be doing something special, and you have to be having the most amazing time, and that's just not realistic. And even if you have an amazing year one year, you can't keep that up.
It also puts that pressure on that one day. So I kind of get what they're saying there as well around, why does it have to be that one day? If there's more days or a different day of the year, it just doesn't have that pressure, and actually you might find it easier to come together with friends and family without that pressure.
Yeah. I'm not going to read out all of Matilda's post, but Matilda says a few things, and then she says, enjoy life for once and don't make a problem out of every little thing. And yeah, I think Matilda's got a point.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely something about just enjoy Christmas for what it is. Yes, there might be some bits you don't like. Yes, it might not be your favourite time of year, but it might be. And there's lots of positive things about Christmas, and just really try and find something in it that makes you feel good and that makes it work for you.
Yeah, and it's like she's saying there, I think, around don't make it a problem and all that kind of stuff. It's because for the other people in your life, it might be a really important day for them, and it might be really important that you're there for them as well. So maybe focus on others, and actually that will make you in a better place as well.
One of the things that I always find difficult about the whole Christmas period is that your routine and day-to-day life goes out the window.
Yeah.
And I actually find that having my routine and doing the same things every day, or having those things that you kind of form the cornerstones of your week, for me that's really helpful. And then suddenly Christmas comes and all the shops shut, and there's nowhere to go and get coffee, and you're kind of not sure what time you're waking up and what time you're going to bed.
What day it is. That period between Christmas Eve and New Year's Day, I don't know what day of the week it is, or where I am in that period of time. It all does kind of merge a bit, and you kind of lose that structure, which is sometimes quite necessary in life, and it kind of feels a bit weird, a bit chaotic, definitely.
And then you end up eating a lot of chocolate and potentially drinking a bit of alcohol and doing a lot of sitting around. And I don't know, for me, I find that quite challenging. So actually, if you can try and build some kind of routine in there, or try and keep some of the normal life that you normally kind of do day to day throughout that period, that might be really helpful for people.
For a couple of years, I did go for a run on Christmas Day to try and add that structure in. I just kind of felt like it gave me some headspace before I had to focus on the onslaught of the day. So I went out and kind of had that run and did it.
In the morning?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's fine. You saw other people running, you said Merry Christmas, and it was nice to have that headspace separate from my family.
I think it's important to also say that for some people, Christmas this year might just be really tough. You might not have family around you, you might feel isolated, you might have had a super tough year, and it just could be really difficult for you this Christmas. And if that is how you're feeling, then you need to know that you are not alone. The TalkLife community will be here for you round the clock throughout the whole Christmas period. any time of day or night, and you can come online and instantly connect with other people who are probably feeling very similar to you in all sorts of different places around the world. So TalkLife is available for free in the app stores. You can download it and you can instantly start talking to other people, and just know that you're not alone this Christmas.
I think that's the most important thing. Remember, you are not alone in how you're feeling. There will be other people out there that you can talk to.
And from us, we wish you all the best for this holiday season, and we hope to see you in TalkLife in the coming days.